Good morning, beautiful beings. I'm dropping in super early today as I have quite a productive day ahead. I've got a 10-hour day in salon today, and I just wanted to be really present with you all before I move into that, otherwise it won't be till late tonight. So I'm feeling people are moving through some quite intense shifts. And I just want to say I'm really proud of you for being so courageous and going there and feeling that and honouring yourself on this journey. I'm going to drop in with 2 videos tomorrow as there's something I want to share with you. As where you're at in your journey right now is completely perfect. How you're witnessing the other women or myself on this journey, or from what I'm sharing, is from experience of going through it. So I've been doing this work for about 5 years for myself, and it's only now that I'm ready to actually share it with other women. So please be gentle. Please be gentle with your own heart, and know that where you are and how you're feeling is perfectly okay, and that comparison is the thief of joy. So please stay attuned to your own heart and know that your journey is unique and that each of our journeys are unique, and we're all at different stages. Radical self-love is just a vessel for you to be held in exactly where you are. Exactly where you are. Not where you want to be in 2 months' time, not where you want to be next week. And as I said yesterday, it's uncomfortable. There's uncomfortable feelings. Hey, Bobby. Hey. I know, I'm about to start work. I'm dropping in early. So just know that those uncomfortable feelings are completely normal, and we've been taught in society to actually dismiss them a lot. So when they're coming through, I can feel it penetrating into my energy field, that there's almost an expectation of me and how I'm holding space to almost try and fix what you're going through. There's nothing that needs to be fixed, darling ones. What you're going through is perfect. How you're feeling is perfect. And those energies and that feeling and that emotion passes through as quickly as it comes. So feel into that space, because you're actually allowing parts of yourself, some of your masks, some of your stories, your beliefs, your values that no longer serve you to fall away. And the only reason I'm ready to hold space in this program now is because even 6 months ago, me sharing this content, I would be in a crying mess sharing it, because it's just where I was at. And to hold space in this space for you, I need to be able to stand really strong in my power, to know that this is too how you guys can feel. I am a reflection of you. I'm a mirror of the woman that you are. We are all mirrors for the women that we are. The women that chose to be in this space, we are mirrors for each other's magnificence. And I just want you to know that. But day 6, being overdoing. So exciting. This is a part of myself that I really struggled with, being someone who was quite a high achiever and a perfectionist for a very long time. The concept of being overdoing just seemed completely foreign to me for quite a while, and I've been really playing with the energy and the awareness of being overdoing for very intensely for the last year, and it is very transformative in the way that you show up in the world. So this morning I would usually get up and go for a walk, and I just felt like I should go for a walk, and I was like, I don't do things that I should do. I do things that I want to do. I do things that feel good for me. So I tuned into the energy of what I actually wanted to do. What did I feel like doing? And I made a cup of tea, did my little routine as I usually do, and I went and sat out on the back step, and I journaled, I wrote, I drew cards, I was still, I grounded myself in the earth, and that's how I was just being with myself. I wasn't trying to do anything because I thought I had to. And I feel in society we can get so caught up in the busyness and the doing of everyday life that, oh, we've got to do this. We've got to get this done. And again, it's that word should. It's like we should do it. It's like, do you want to do it? So there's a difference in doing that comes from inspired action because you're inspired, because you feel excited to do it, or from a space of, oh, I should do that. Do you feel the difference in energy? There's a complete difference polarity in both of those energies. So when you're doing from an inspired space, you can actually cultivate your masculine energy to get things done in a really effective, action-orientated way. But when we're doing from a space of not really wanting to do it and not feeling it, that's when we get burnt out. That's when all the doing just feels like a rush. It's feeling like you just have to get all these things done and move to the next thing, and then you're actually missing the journey. And just like this 14 days of radical self-love, how you're feeling on these different days is part of the journey. You know, it's not about just being like, one day I'm going to wake up and love myself. It's a continuous journey each day, just like the moments of our days, that is just so, when you can be so tapped into how you feel, you will constantly move through your day in a state of being, in a state of doing what lights you up, what makes you feel good, not for the sake of doing it. And there is such an epidemic of this doing energy when we actually forget to soften into our feminine side. And our feminine side is just as powerful as our masculine side because it offers a contrast of energy, and it's the time that we can rest, but it's the time where we can cultivate some really powerful intent, some powerful intuitive callings, and some really powerful presence. So when we give ourselves the polarity of doing in an inspired way, we can actually bring the being into that as well. So being is, if you're drinking a cup of tea on your own on the back porch, just really savor and drink that cup of tea. I've learnt over my time, because I work with people all day, every day, that if I'm rushing or trying to be at the next moment right now, I actually miss my whole day. Whereas I've got a 10-hour day today. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I've got the best clients in today. But I'm going to be with each person. Oops, sorry guys, phone fell down. Oh, thanks Bobby. My pleasure. Everything's always aligned. We're always aligned. I've lost my train of thought. But anyway. Oh, these live videos. You never know how they're going to go. So when you're in that pure presence of doing what you need to do, so whether that's drinking a cup of tea or with my clients, so that's what we're talking about, clients. Okay, so especially over Christmas time, it's something when, you know, it's these perceived busy times of year where everybody goes cray-cray. I'm like, okay, how can I move fluently throughout my day in a way that feels good, that's not because I think I should do it, but because I really want to do it, because it's inspiring, but also being in that space of softness. So my word for today is actually delicate. I want to move through my day with a delicate intention of how I speak, how I show up, and how I interact with the people that are going to be a part of my day. And the reason I chose delicate is because it's soft and it's a space of being, but throughout that space of being we can still do. So as I said, there's a difference between inspired action and doing something because you should do it. And from what I read yesterday, everyone was feeling really burnt out, and I ask you to really call in this presence of being today and seeing what it reveals to you. Where if it reveals to you parts of yourself that you're just doing too much in, and you're not actually allowing the energy and allowing yourself to be in those spaces. I see it so much, especially with women, when we're catching up with a friend and we having coffee with them, but we've got 10 jobs to do after. So the whole time you're with them, you're not actually in pure presence with being with that person. Like, it's a really special thing to be able to hold space for someone, whether that be a friend, a group, your family. It's a really beautiful thing when you actually feel someone's pure presence. Because when you're with someone, and we've all experienced it, and you've got a friend who's just in a rush to, like, you know, talk, get it done, and then they're off to the next thing. There's actually it doesn't feel good, does it? It doesn't feel nice to be like just rushed through. And we do it too. We do it as human beings, and it's really, really amazing when you can actually be like, okay, deep breaths, bringing in all the things from the last 5 days, and when we can move into that space and go, okay, right now, I'm sitting in my backyard with a cup of tea, watching the sunrise, or right now, I'm with my friend Jill, and we're having a cuppa, and we're going to share this hour together. We're going to share these moments. We're so busy in doing the next thing, or the list of things we've got to do, whether that's today, tomorrow, next week, that we actually forget to be present. So if you're getting the kids' lunches ready, really be in getting the kids' lunches ready. And it is an art, and it does take time. It really, really does. And the more you resist it, I resisted it for so long because I was such an action person. I was just wanting to get everything done. And I'm learning so much, even just holding this space for you all in this vessel of radical self-love. And she's teaching me so much just by being in your presence. But after, I think it was Ash said to me that the vision board looked too busy for her. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. That's, everybody's on their complete different path. And when I tuned into it, I do have so much creative energy happening right now. But it is, that vision board was too busy for me. So I've actually removed it, and I'm recreating a more simpler version of what's really intentful in what I'm wanting to call in right now. So you see how bringing that awareness and that presence into what you're doing can really create change and momentum in your life. So if you're feeling really heavy, really feel heavy, because it's going to shift again. And emotions are fleeting. Like we're told a lot that we've just got to always be happy. It's not true. It's not true. We're not meant to constantly feel good. And I feel in my energy field over the last couple of days, and maybe why a few of you don't feel inspired to share, is because you may be looking at me as the person holding space going, well, am I supposed to feel like that? Am I supposed to be in that space? No, you're not. Not at all. You're supposed to be exactly where you are, darling ones. Exactly where you are. And don't rob yourself of the journey. Don't rob yourself of the beautiful dance of what radical self-love is, because it's truly the journey that gets you there. You'll look back and you'll be like, wow, look what I've learned. Look how much I've grown. Look how much I've transformed. And it is a process of moving through it in a state of being. If you're too busy moving through it, you'll actually miss the lessons and you'll miss the growth. So I ask you to tune into what energy you are cultivating most of the time, whether it's a doing or a being energy. And being doesn't have to be just sitting having a cuppa. Being can be that you're fully present with the people that are in your life in that moment. If you're having dinner with your family, really savor those moments of being with your family. Not what you've got to do after dinner. Not that you've got to do the washing up. And cultivating that awareness of presence is a really powerful catalyst in enjoying and celebrating the moments of your days, the people that are in it, and how you feel. It connects you deeper to your body and how you feel as well. So Yeah, being overdoing is a beautiful mindfulness, and I ask you to tap into that. I ask you to move through the uncomfortable feelings and know that you are held in this space, because beautiful women, you are so inspiring. You're so courageous, so brave. It actually brings tears to my eyes in witnessing what you guys are moving through, because the emotions that you're feeling, I felt them. I still feel them. You know, it's not this, oh, let's just get to the destination of, you know, just loving myself. It's a continuous journey, and it's like anything, it's not about the destination. It's not about the destination. It's how you move through the moments of being. It's how you move through with presence in your life, with the people that you love, with the friendships that you just desire, with the food that you have to nourish you, with the movement that feels good for your vessel. It really is a beautiful presence of cultivating that. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not easy, but you can bring ease into that. And a lot of the time, the emotions that come up through that space of comparison, or, you know, I'm not there yet, is just your worthiness of receiving it. It's just knowing that you are enough and doing these little things each and every day that cultivate long-term success. Speaking of that, if I'm reading a book at the moment, I'm going to show you because it's here, because I've got to read it. I'm halfway through it. It's called The Slight Edge, and it's all about the turning simple disciplines into massive success and happiness. And that's in all forms of your life. And what I love about it is that every little technique or awareness that I'm sharing with you over these 14 days is truly just a discipline. It's that if you're feeling uncomfortable, be in it, but then do something that feels good for you. What's going to bring you into a state of being? If that's journaling it out and then painting, if that's going for a walk, if that's getting a cup of tea, if that's whatever feels good for you, and it's going to be different for everybody. Everybody's journey is completely different, and there's going to be different triggers and stuff that comes up for each person. And feel into that trigger. Feel into what that actually makes you feel. And if that's a feeling of unworthiness, feel into that space and know that you can move through that space of unworthiness, and that it's not always going to stay. That feeling of not being enough isn't always going to stay. Because you'll start to be aware of when you are dishonoring yourself, or when you're not putting yourself first, or when you're constantly giving to others but not giving to yourself. And that's a really powerful activation in yourself to be able to, just the awareness of that is powerful. I really hope you will see that. Your awareness of actually being here and choosing to say yes is a state of being if you choose to be present through the whole journey of this. And as I said, there's going to be tears, and we're nearly halfway, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud of all of you for showing up in this space, and I'm so proud of you all for choosing to be choosing you and choosing to love you in all of your light, in all of your dark, and accepting that it's perfectly okay, that you are needed, that you, yes, you, is so powerful, is so needed on this planet, is so worthy of everything she desires, and is so freaking enough. I wish somebody was there to tell me all those things through my journey. I have completely dived into this on my own, and I didn't have this support. So utilize the support, utilize the sisterhood, all the tears, the anger, the rage, the frustration, the heaviness you're feeling. It's very inward. It's very much moving through this. Ask for the support, but it's still an inward journey. Nobody's going to fix it for you. Everybody is here to hold you in all that you are. I'm here to hold space for you and hold you for all that you are. So I want you to know that you are held in all of your messiness and all of your love and all of your uncomfortability. And I feel truly blessed to be able to share this vessel of radical self-love with you. So darling ones, I have a client in a moment, and I'm just going to take some deep breaths before she gets here and finish my smoothie. And I hope you have a beautiful day, and I can't wait to hear how you've found day 6 and how you've moved through this beautiful Tuesday. Mwah. Much love. Speak later.